hello. This is Els coming to you from Bemis Crafty Corner, and I have a cool project for you today. This is something you can do with your kids or your grandkids. I've done it once before, but I wanted to bring it back out again so we could all take a look at it one more time. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know what's going on. So Hubbard was taking the car over, the hot rod over to get it fixed because it needed some brake work done, and the parking brake was gone, and that's kind of dangerous when you drive like I do. So Hubbard was getting that fixed, and he was taking stuff out of the car to make sure that, there was nothing in there. And he found a bag, a scavenger bag. So let's see what we got. We got some Heidi swap trimmings. They're like fabric pieces. Kind of cool. We got a sugar skull. And it looks like we got a bunch of planner stickers, which is cool because I like to do, planner stickers. Here's some more planner stickers. This looks like planner stickers. Yep, more planner stickers. And, I put these in my planners. So these are kind of cool. I actually have some coffee ones. I have some coffee planners. So those will be pretty cool. I got this. What is this? 8-count paper tags. There's some paper tags there. That's kind of cool. We'll take a look at that. We got these here. Beautiful, hello today, good times, focus, life is good, fantastic, amazing. Just some words. 178 pieces. Looks like probably two or three sheets maybe. And then we got these from Stickity Doodah from American Greetings. Oh, look at those. Looks like there's one missing right there, but other than that, they're all there. These are cute. Oh my God. Okay, I like those. All right, so that was that. Now, I also got some China mail, because, well, I get a lot of China mail. So, but I got these in, and I was waiting for these because I wanted to be able to finish up the traveler's notebooks. And in order to do that, I needed the appointment books, the date books. So I got these, and they're really cool. They got a little place in the front for notes, and then, like, by the month, you put the month at the top and just write in on the date if you have something that you have to do. And then the pages themselves are really nice. They've got the days of the week up here, and you can write in the numbers, and then it's got the hours. Now, it does have it military time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, but that's okay. We can get used to that. And then up here, it's got like those little 8s, those dashed 8s. So you can put like 05, 2020 on here. So I thought those were kind of cool, and so I grabbed a bunch of those just to see what they would look like. So I got those in from China. And that's kind of all I've gotten recently from China. I am waiting. I have a couple more packages I know of that are in the country that are coming in. Just waiting for those to come out of customs. So what else? Okay, so the project we're going to do is we're going to do the GoRock. And if you've never done a GoRock before, let me explain a little bit about GoRock. GoRock is a not-for-profit, and what they do is they encourage you to paint a rock and then put it in a public place, park, walking path, a bike trail, a campsite, wherever. You could put it in your front yard if you wanted to. And the idea is that on the back of the rock, you put a code that is connected to the website. And as your rock travels from place to place, it tracks it. The best part is every time your rock gets picked up and moved and somebody reports it, a donation is made to charity, okay? So we're going to do a GoRock today, and I'm going to put all the information for this group in the description box below. So I'm going to get all the supplies out, and I'll be right back. What are we going to need? Well, we're going to need a rock. Now, I like to gesso my rocks before I do them, just so that it makes it easier for me to paint on them and to write the code on it. You are going to need to go to GoRock, all one word, .com. That's down in the description to take a picture and get a code for your rock. You're going to need some acrylic paint, some kind of waterproof sealer, some water, some brushes, maybe a paint palette, and a clean surface, and a felt tip permanent marker. Okay? This will be at the end. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some colors. We're going to do just a simple design on here. I just want to give you guys the idea and let you run wild. So we're going to put some paint in the palette. What is this? Topaz, blue topaz. Adding a little paint. And of course, we're going to want a sun, so we're going to put some yellow. Now, I've pretty much shook these up before I started, but, you know, we'll give them a little shake. And some green. I'm going to be doing a very simple one today, not like the last time, because, yeah. Let's face it, the last time, that one took forever. Okay. Some pink. And we're going to be doing some rose. And some hyacinth. And some purple passion. It's spring, so I'm using nice spring colors. Hey, man. You don't belong in there. Come out of there. Come on. Come out of there. Okay. All right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just painting my background. And since this is basically going to be like, I'm just going to do a simple flower on this one because it looks like a flower, right? So I'm going to paint this part blue. And I don't care how much I put on the back because I'm actually going to put the code on there. But I do want to paint this part blue at the top. And I'm going to go a little bit more than halfway down the rock. This one. And then I'm going to paint the bottom a basic green. Because, well, it's spring, right? All right. So once I get this all painted, I'm going to let this base coat dry. And then I'll be right back to kind of start doing some of the detail stuff, okay? All right. So we're going to let this dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this has had a chance to dry. This is a trick I use. When I put my paint in my palette, I don't want it to dry out real quick. I use one of these, like, paper plate covers. You know, little shower cap things. I just put it around my palette, and it keeps my colors from drying out. Now, I am going to add a little bit more of this green, and I'm going to bring in two other greens. This one is Christmas green, and it is a metallic. And this one, which is lush foliage, I'm going to bring that in too. Okay. All right. So the first thing that I need to do is I really need to kind of work on making my sky look a little bit more like a sky. So to do that, I have some light blue that I already put on here, and a little bit of this blue metallic. And I'm not going to blend them so much as I'm just going to kind of put them both onto the brush at the same time. And I'm just adding some wispy areas to my sky that I'll probably cover mostly with clouds later. But, you know, I want to have a little depth to my sky. So I'm just adding a little bit here and there. We're going to let that dry for a second while I get down some white so we can put some clouds on. Now, to add clouds, I don't use a brush. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I use a Q-tip. And all I do is kind of bounce it around. Heavier in the center and then lighter on the outside. Just so I can get, you know, a little cloud effect. Something a little light. You remember, this is a kid's project, guys, so it's not important that it be perfect. Yeah. There's some clouds in my sky. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of the light blue, just kind of over some of the darkness that I put on there, just to lighten it out a little bit. There, see? Now it has some depth. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to just make some flowers. I'm going to make 8 flowers. That's what I'm going to do. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some grass. So that's where these colors are going to come in. I'm going to use this really light green on a tiny brush. And I'm just going to flick. Just random flicking. And the smaller the brush, the smaller your flicks. If you don't have a really thin brush, you could use a fan brush for this. Take a lot of the paint off, and then just kind of flick at the bottom. And I did that on the mushroom one, but this one, really, it's just, I'm doing this one for kids, okay? So we're not doing fancy technique here. Okay, so now we have some grass, some clouds, and a sky. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to put in the stem for my flower. And I'm just going to come like from here. I'm just going to put in a stem. I'm going to give it a couple of leaves. Yeah. I'll use a little bit of the lighter color on the very tip of the brush just to add some veins in. All right, so now we're going to do some flowers. And there's a couple of ways that you can do flowers. You can do the dot, you know, use dots if you want to. It's a very simple process. You know, I'm going to put another stem on here. Let's add one more, okay? We'll have it going over this way. I like this. We'll go this way. All right, so now I can put on 2 flowers. So for the first one, I'm just going to use the purple. And all I'm going to do is just put dots. Five dots. Dot, dot, dot. Simple, right? We're going to let that dry. I'm going to get another Q-tip. We're going to do the other flower, which I'm going to do in the pink. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. I like 7. Okay, we're going to let these dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to work a little bit on some details, kid-size details, okay, guys. Okay, so our little flowers are dry, and we want to like add a little bit of color. So the first thing we want to do is just add a little color to the petals. And to do that, I'm actually going to use one of my styluses because it makes these perfect little dots. And I'm just going to put a little teeny dot of a lighter color in the center of each one of my flower petals. Yeah, kind of like that. Do the same thing on the pink one. And then I'm going to come back in with my Q-tip. And I'm going to get a little bit of yellow. I'm going to put a yellow dot in the middle of my flowers. I'm going to use the same end of my stylus to kind of draw it out a little bit. Just to give it some more interesting detail. Pick up a little bit of paint here, a little bit of the yellow. I'm just going to add a hinting of the sun up here. Right? Because, you know, the flower needs sun. I like that. Now, once this dries, it's pretty much done. The next step is to get a number. And to do that, I'm going to go to GoRock.com. I'm going to do that right now. And on the dashboard, once you sign in, you can sign in with Facebook, you can sign in with your email, set up an account. Once you do that, you get to your dashboard. You're going to click on Get ID. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to name your rock. Okay? We're going to call this one Spring Flower. And I am going to enter location. And this is the location that I plan on putting it at, okay? So for the purpose of this rock, I'm actually just going to put this one in my front yard. So I'm just putting in my address. And then it says upload a photo of my rock. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make some space here. And I am going to turn on the cell phone that I use to take pictures. And I am going to take a picture of my rock. Okay, so once I've transferred the picture, I'm simply going to upload a picture of my photo by clicking on the button that lets me do that. I'm going to go into my picture file where I stored it. and I'm going to upload the picture. Now, if I want to crop the picture or anything, I would do that ahead of time. And then load the picture onto their website, and it's going to give me that code. So once I go ahead and I upload this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some tags. Okay, and does it have a story? Okay, and I'm going to click on Get an ID. So my rock's ID is 3, 8, G as in golf, 3, W as in whiskey, 2, Q as in Quebec. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over once it's dry, and I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to put the tag on here. Visit GoRock.com. Okay. And rehide me. And that's what I'm going to put on the back, and then I'm going to put a sealer on it and seal this rock. So if you want to see my rock and see where it's been, see where it's going, see where it might go, you can look for this code on GoRock.com. Okay? So I would love to see some of the creations that you and your little scaventurists come up with. Until the next time, guys, this is a fun one. Give it a try. Hit that red button and subscribe for me if you haven't done so already. Like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends. Bye-bye.